Hi guys. It's been a while, mainly because I'm just so lazy. So I've given up on like a schedule or whatever. Well, I'm just gonna post whenever, I wanted to make this video because I've fallen down two holes on the internet. Aquarium stuff, like the hobby, like being an aquarium person, like fish person. Okay, anyway, and planting, like gardening and stuff. First off, I'm gonna start with my aquarium thing. As I think some of you know, I have a fish, a betta fish. His name is Kumquat. He's about a year old. I got him around this time of year. He's like a little bit over a year, like maybe a year and 2 weeks. I would show you him because usually his tank is like right there, but I did something very stupid. He's in the hallway. I'll explain that in a second. But anyways, I been like doing a lot of research on betta fish since I got one, and I didn't know a bunch of things. Like I guess they're not supposed to live like in a tiny bowl. Like I thought that was like the cool thing that was cool about them is that they don't need like a giant space or anything. It turns out their minimum size is 2.5, but so I learned like all this stuff and I realized I was doing like everything wrong, and I realized that his colors and his fins were like disappearing, like he was starting to fade out in color, and then his fins were like disintegrating, like getting shorter. I was like, what is happening? So that's why I googled it, and that's how I fell down that hole, and now I'm like really into aquarium stuff. I've subscribed to at least 10 people on YouTube who are really famous because of their fish. I know so much about fish now. The reason why he's in the hallway is because I'm so stupid sometimes. I bought this light because I wanted to get a plant, but I don't have a light, and I wanted to get a plant for his fish tank. It turns out you need to hook it up to like an extension cord because it doesn't have like a whole cord like to plug into the wall. It just comes with like a cut cord for some reason, so you have to hook it up to an extension cord. I bought an extension cord from like a thrift store or whatever. I cut the extension cord, and I was like, I don't know which wire, because there's like 3 wires in one wire, I guess, and there's 3 wires in the light that I bought, and I was like, which one goes with which? So like I was like, I'm gonna plug it into the light and to the wall, and then like connect it and see which one it lights up, and I'll tape it up and stuff. I plugged it into the wall, and I hear a loud pop, and all my lights went out on one side of my room. So I was like, dang, that ruined my electricity. I mean, a few days later, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna expose the wire too much, because when I first did it, it was like that much of like copper wires like all over the place, and I felt like that was the reason why, but it wasn't. I exposed like that much of the wire this time, and this was last night. I plugged it into the wall to like test which wires go together, and it did the same thing. But the thing is, I did it, this side of my room was the first time, so that side didn't work. Like, none of my electricity works on that side of the room anymore. I did it on this side, and then it did the same thing. I heard like a loud pop, but this time I was like holding it really close to like that part, so I was like, ah, and I like dropped it because I thought I was gonna get electrocuted, and it popped, and then all of my lights on this side went out too. So I don't have any electricity in my room, and I'm stupid because I didn't learn the first time. Anyways, that's why he's in the hallway. He needs to live, and he needs a heater because it gets really cold here. So I have a heater which you need to plug into the wall, and so I put him outside in the hallway so that he can keep his heater and his filter going, so that he's not like all freezing and shivering and then like deteriorating from the acid ammonia, whatever, I don't know. Whatever, something about ammonia and nitrate. Okay, anyway. And the second hobby I fell down is gardening, like I said. But not just like normal gardening. I mean, I just bought something today that's kind of normal gardening, but it's not really. The main gardening is like cactus and succulents. Girl, I'm like falling down this hole so fast. I think this is probably a phase. I want to say, if you get into fish and hobby stuff like that ever in your life, don't buy stuff from the internet that's under $2. Because when it gets here, it doesn't look as nice as it did in the photo, and it doesn't work. Let me show you. I just bought this thing. It's gonna look hecka weird if you don't know what it's supposed to be, but I mean, don't take it in the weird way. I bought this thing. It's like supposed to be a siphon, and if you don't know what a siphon is, it's a gravel cleaner. It's like a vacuum, kind of like when you're vacuuming your carpets to get all like the dirt out of your carpet. It's kind of the same thing, but for fish tanks and like sand and like gravel or whatever is at the bottom of a fish tank. So you can get their poop and like go like that. The water goes through and it's like some kind of, I don't know, science, and then like you pump it and then it starts flowing, you know? But then you go like that into the sand. Anyways, I bought that for like $1.50 on eBay, and I brought it and I was like, what the heck is this? Don't buy anything off of eBay that's under $2 because it won't work. And okay, so now the gardening thing. I've been watching a bunch of gardening people, and I've subscribed to like 2 of them. I get inspired sometimes, you know? And look at what I made. It's a little pot. Well, I bought 2 plants from City Market, their grocery store here. And this is a plant from last year that died because I kept forgetting about it and didn't water it for like a really long time. And I still have it. And I never watered it. But anyways, it died. But it's like really pretty, like this thing, so I put it in here. It was originally in this pot, and so I just like took it out and took out all the old dirt, because it was like gross, nasty. But I kept this thing, and then I cut off like the dead branches. Like I think it was like a little tree or something like that, like a bush. This was my first plant that I bought at City Market, and it's really cute, and I really like it. And I had this one for like a week or 2 weeks, and then this one I just bought yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. This like little bush one. And this one I bought because it kind of looks like a tree. And I bought this one because it also kind of looks like a tree. Like, I want mini trees. I bought this one. I mean, I didn't buy it. I found it outside. And I got these 2 stones. And yeah, bruh. And while I was doing this, my friend Ami took my phone because she knows my passcode. And she took a bunch of videos of me on my Snapchat. And I didn't notice, like, until everyone saw it. And then I looked on my Snapchat story, like, wait, when were these taken? I'm proud of this. Let me show you, bro. The cool thing about succulents is that you can propagate them, which means like you can take like a little leaf from them and then put them in like a little pot like this. These are like the pots that I bought them in. Anyways, you can get like their little things if you really like the plant, and then put it in like sand. Let them dry out a little bit. Afterwards, you start spraying them with water, and then they start growing a new plant. Isn't that cool? Like the plant is their own seed, you know, bruh. And then I bought another thing when I went to the dollar store today. I feel really silly because I bought this one. It's upside down. Wait, hold up. Okay, it's a flower grow kit. Yeah, but I bought it because it was only $1 at Family Dollar, and I was like, bruh, I want a flower. And it's Mimosa pudica. I don't think it's pudica. And then I read the instructions, and it seems so simple. Like, it says, remove your growing containers and packaging, place the growing medium in a towel and bowl. It says fluff the medium before adding more water if necessary. Pour 3/4 of the growing medium into the container and use the remainder to cover the seeds after planting. After planting, carefully open the seed packet, sprinkle seeds evenly in the container, save the remaining seeds for planting and put in a sunny place. But I was like, that doesn't sound right. Like, too easy. And so I Googled it. I Googled these flowers. And it turns out there's a lot more to it, bruh. And you're actually supposed, for this flower, you're supposed to soak the seeds for like 24 hours or something like that. Me being a ceramicist, I used I made some nesting bowls. There's 3 of these. One's like bigger and then one's smaller. I used my bowls that I made that just came out of the kiln. I used the biggest one, my biggest one, and like put there's like a little tablet in there, and it was like the soil, but it was really dry and compact. So you just add water to it and it expands. Anyways, I did that in here. And then I got some water from my fish tank because, like, you know, fertilizer, bruh. Because my fish is pooping and I feel like that's more nutrients full. So I got some water from my fish tank and I put the seeds in there. So now they're soaking. They've only soaked for like an hour now, but yeah. Basically, I'm a professional gardener now. You know, like, praise me. This is the container that it came with, like the kit. And so I put some of the soil in there and I'm like letting it dry out because I put too much water in there. And I put this paper towel. Look at that, the paper towel. Yeah, I put too much water in there. Anyways, yeah, I put a paper towel at the bottom so that like the soil doesn't come through, but water can still drain out. Like, being in like a class that I'm making ceramic stuff is so useful. Bruh.
Yeah, this is all the stuff I made in my ceramics class. There's a lot more. Want to see this, bro? Like, getting out of hand. I hate this one. This is like when I kind of first started. I hate it. Like, look at how bad that trimming is. And then it's so thick, like it's so heavy. And there's like another cup back there. There's a bowl with a lid back there. There's 2 cups, a vase, a thingy, 2 bowls, another bowl. This is one that I was going to make with my dad. But in the kiln, it like messed up and cracked. And then, like look at that. He's not going to use it. And then I made another cup, but I don't like it. And there's my inner piece. And then my eyeball cups that I made. Yeah. And then I have all this stuff. And there's one right there. And there's more on the windowsill. And then, I didn't make that. My mom bought that for me. I made that one. Don't mind my medicine. That's not cool. That ain't cool, man. Anyway. Yeah, these are my nesting bowls. Yeah, this one goes in here. And then this one goes in here. Like that. See, like this?
Anyways, when did this become a video about my ceramic stuff? Anyway, yeah, so this is what my windowsill looks like with my plants. And it's kind of cloudy, so I don't know how this is gonna do. I accidentally overwatered the brown one because it was outside on my friend's windowsill, because her windowsill, the sun rises and it comes right into her room, and the sun is always on that side of the building. I get the shady side, which I don't mind, but like for plants it's kind of, so I put it on my friend's windowsill outside, like right there outside the window at her room. But then the sprinklers just started again since it's like spring. It overwatered the brown one, and now it's all squishy, so now I can't water it for a while. And I'm guessing that because when I took it out of the little pot, like this one, the soil is like super wet. So so when I planted it, I put like really dry soil, and I didn't water this one, even though it just came from the store and they probably didn't water it, because the soil from the brown one is so wet that I think this one will be fine. Whoa, man. And then another thing that I kind of like may have messed up on is I didn't buy like cactus and succulent soil, like specifically for them, or because anyways, let me turn the camera back around.
You need cactus and succulent soil. Like the soil is different because cactus and succulents are from like dry areas, like the desert kind of. Their soil has to be like really kind of dry stuff that like drains water really easily, and the water just like flows through and doesn't like stay there. But I bought normal potting soil, which is too wet for them and it holds on to the moisture. Plus it's in a ceramic pot. I don't have to like water those like a really long time. But since I bought like normal potting soil and it's like not gonna be as draining, like good drainage compared to cactus soil, I found like a bunch of small pebbles. I mixed it up with the potting soil and then I put it in there, so it's like there's more rocks than soil kind of, but like enough soil so everything can grow, you know?
Oh yeah. Something real cool. I don't know if I can show you because it's the bottom of the pot. I'll show you. That hole right there. Yeah. You need a hole at the bottom of like stuff like this. That thing didn't have a drainage hole. And me and my friend, we were like, we need to put a, like, she took gardening class or whatever in Japan, and she was like, you need a drainage hole. And I was like, but I'm too lazy, and plus we need a drill. And she's like, dude, you need a drainage hole, you can't put it in there. And I was like, okay. And so I got a rock, like a little sharp rock, and I started hitting my rock on there. And I was like, wait, this is gonna break it. I had her hit the rock, like start tapping the rock. I put the hole on top of the sticker, like the price tag sticker, so that it's like a cushion, like it protects the thing and it's not just straight ceramic and rock. I put it on there, and then she was like hitting it, and then I was turning it, and it's like I was like I'll turn it so it's like a drill. And then it actually worked. Like it was a drill, man. So there's no videos out there that don't use drills to drill holes in ceramic stuff. So I'm basically a genius. But yeah, that's all I have to say. I just wanted to make a video because I haven't made one in a while, and plus this thing is falling all over the place. And yeah, I might upload another video in like right after this one, so just because I haven't made videos in a while and I feel like making videos. Okay, don't judge me.